Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today it has been almost 3 months since the world has seen this terrible lockdown. I think even in our lives, we haven't seen anything as bad as this. 6 billion people have been locked down. Governments are confused. People are scared that even if the lockdown is open, can we move out? Can we live our normal life? No, this has impacted us in a big way. I think more than the disease, the financial difficulties, the economic downturn has hit us harder than that and is going to stay for a long time. It's very unfortunate. Now, when I have been listening to debates of on television or programs on the radio or editorials, articles, magazines, people are looking at only two solutions. One, how the governments or the government of the day, whether it's state government or it is the central government, how can they bail us out of this financial mess? Or people are looking at their organizations, whether they are working, how they can keep paying them the salaries even if they don't have any income. Now, both these things have got their own limitations. Ladies and gentlemen, let us understand we are a 1.4 billion huge nation. Government has its own limitations. It is trying to do its best, whatever they can, but that may not be enough. Similarly, the organizations which are totally shut down, for example, the aviation, hospitality industry, hotels, restaurants, gyms, how do you expect that if there is not even 1 rupee coming in, they keep paying you the same salaries or even 40% of the salaries? From where will they pay? So, this is not a practical solution. The third part, I think nobody is discussing, is that what can you do yourself? You got to change your lifestyle, you got to change your habits, you got to change your expenses. And that is what is very, very essential. This is a very strong storm. And let me give you an example of a storm that when there is a storm, nothing happens to the grass because it's already lying low. It is the trees, which are two types of trees, the ones which bend due to the strong wind, get saved. And when the wind blows away or the storm goes away, these trees come back to their normal straight position. The ones which do not bend, they get they get uprooted and thrown away, never to see the another day. So this is a time to become adaptable. Now this is adaptability. Today it is not the survival of fittest, it will be the survival of most adaptable. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the time to get hold of your life and see where you can cut corners. You actually would have realized in these 3 months or 4 months of lockdown that you really don't require this much as you were used to. Before 91, before the liberalization, privatization, and globalization process started in our country, I'm talking about, let's say, India specific, we were a starved nation. There was queue for an MTN phone. It was maybe 7 to 8 years before you could get a telephone. 6 to 7 years or maybe more to get a Bajaj Chetak scooter, two-wheeler. There were only two types of cars, Fiat and a Mazda to choose from. There also you were not getting the right kind of vehicle which you wanted. So there were people prepared to pay extra money to buy a two-wheeler. Now, people who were born after 91 or 90, these people were born with a handset in their hand. These are the millennials or the generation Y as we call. These people had the best of the time, and why not? The society progressed, the economy progressed, the standard of living became much better than what it was in 60s and 70s. Good enough. Today we are living at the best of times. We have got the best technology, we got the best medicine, we got the best education, we got the best technology. You talk about anything and things are much better for a middle class, which is a huge center portion of our population. But when the storm comes, it hits those who were comfortable. And they have to learn how to adapt to this storm. So you got to do, it has to be a complete teamwork at home. Your children should know, your parents should know, husband, wife should know, all sit down together and have a chat that yes, the whole world is going through this problem. We need to cut corners. So if you're having, let's say, one ice cream every week or one outing every week, now outings are anyways out of question, but whatever you are eating, you'll have to become a little frugal. You got to, that is going to be the order of the day. And it is good. And let me tell you, if you look at it, you don't really require what you think you require. You open up you take a audit of your, cupboards where you have your clothes. Each one of you will have t-shirts and shirts by the dozens, so many trousers, so many jeans, so many shoes you really don't require. And actually speaking, they are built to last. Today, the quality of cloth is better. So, a jeans can last you almost a lifetime. So, maybe if you look at it, you don't require to buy anything more except just to satisfy your greed. So, this is where I would say we need to start. Charity begins at home. So, you start cutting corners, living in a more frugal manner, and that is going to be the answer to this problem. The situation is bad. Let's see, you have, when you open, let's say your car is seized or stopped on the road, you open the bonnet, there is smoke. Your carburetor does not have a drop of water. You have no fuel. Your carburetor is burnt. Your engine block and the pistons are totally seized. You have no engine oil. You have no brake oil. Then what the hell do you do? You got to wait for a vehicle to come and tow your vehicle, take it to a garage and repair it. So it can't be just done in 15-20 minutes. And also, time is the greatest healing factor. If you get hurt, if you get an injury, there is no way it can disappear overnight. If a wound has to heal in 15 days, please understand it will take 15 days. You can in no way change the nature. Now, in a way, let's take this with a pinch of salt and say that it's a godsend. We had messed up with our nature. If you want to go back to the pure air of 1960s and 70s, you got to also start looking at how people lived in 60s and 70s. I'm not saying that take a retrograde step and go back in that era, but there were a lot of good things in earlier days which we all can imbibe. Go a little slow we have messed up our oceans. Trillions and trillions of pieces of plastic are floating. Do you know there is an island of plastic waste which is as big as four states of California? That big. We have messed up our fisheries, our oceanic life, our water is polluted, we have polluted our air. Possibly God has given you this speed breaker to review that, okay, folks, wake up. This is a wake up call. And let us do one thing, get down to brass tags, understand that yes, we need to slow down. Can we cut corners? Can we do our own work? Can we survive in less and save for the rainy day? And this is not the first time it has happened. If you go back into our history, contemporary history of last 100 years, we had in 1929, which was almost 90 years ago, we had a huge depression, economic depression in the United States, which was known as a Great Depression, which lasted for 10 years. Americans faced it. They went through hell, but they managed. Now, the idea is, how do you manage this storm? If you get hurt, you got to manage your injury. So, if the whole world has been hit hard, we all will have to pay the price of $10 trillion. People are talking about $10 trillion is the loss. If that be so, who's going to pay for it? We all will have to bear a part of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my request is, revisit your life, realign yourself, and make it a permanent habit for all I care. It will do you good. Corona will go. 5 years hence, something else might come. So let us be prepared, save for the rainy day, stay safe, live well, do well, but think. Thank you very much.